All right, we're back. We're on again for some more high value English. This is number 27. So we've done so many topics, but still there are many, many more to do. And this is one of the more difficult topics, but it comes down to a single word, which is the word unless. And this is really one of the more difficult words to teach for a student to wrap their mind around, because it's one of those I guess conditional words where there's some kind of if and then a result, similar to that word if. It's imagined. Okay, so it's not real. It's explaining a future that may happen, and even now I'm confusing myself because it's difficult to explain and understand. So of course we should just do many examples. And so this time, as usual, I've got two styles. We'll start with style number 1, and this I call the canceling case, which it means, so in this case, something is canceled or becomes no. N-O, no. All right, so let's just do some examples. So let's say, number 1, I will have a hanami party. Okay, we'll say hanami picnic, which in Japan is the event where you sit and have drinks and eat food under the cherry blossoms in spring. So I will have a hanami picnic. That's my plan. I'm 100% decided. Now, what can be the canceling case? Now, what is the usual or typical or most likely situation that can cancel, oh no, my hanami party? We'll say unless it rains. Okay, so that's what this word unless does. So unless gives the it gives an example of what can, so let's say in this case, no hanami, right? It's canceled. No, in this case. Okay, so let's say if there's rain, then the result is no hanami. All right, and so it's just, we use this style to communicate that I'm thinking ahead. I might be thinking of maybe a future that could ruin, my plan. Let's just do more examples. I don't want to explain too much. Let's see. You can eat this, let's say peanut cookie. Okay, here's a cookie for you. There's peanuts, there's nuts in it. You can eat this. Well, wait, maybe no. Wait, what could be no? Unless. Now, what's usually something that would take that cookie away from you? Unless you have a nut. Let's say unless you are allergic, right? Unless you have a nut allergy, then here's the cookie. No cookie for you. All right, no cookie for you. All right, that's the case I'm communicating to you. But no allergy, then of course, you can eat it. So nut allergy, say no cookie. Okay, so that's what the unless comes after the normal plan or the normal the normal situation, but here is maybe one case that could cancel this plan for you. Let's do some more. Let's see. Let's do one here. So you can play Nintendo Switch. Right? Oh, that's nice. Hey, good. Yeah, I'm a kind mother or kind father. Yeah, play. Of course, yeah. Well, wait a second. There is something that could cancel that, playtime for you. What could it be? It could be many things. Unless you can play Nintendo unless, what do I have? Unless, oh, yeah, did I do this too quickly? Well, let's do it. Unless you didn't finish your homework. Yeah, I thought I did this a little bit faster than I thought, but it's okay. So here still, the ones before, these are both positive. I will have, it rains. So these are positive. If it rains, then this means no hanami. This one's also positive. Eat the cookie. You are allergic. If you are allergic, then no cookie. Now this one though is negative. If you didn't finish your homework. So let's imagine it. So the child is, the book is open, the homework is there. If I see that, no Nintendo for you. Okay. So let's say, yeah, again, no Nintendo. Okay. So we'll say unfinished homework means means no Nintendo. There we go. Okay, so yeah, a little bit let's see. So how do we just remember that we'll call this the normal. We'll call this, could be anything, could be normal or expected situation. That is the unless is not attached. Then the next part, unless, then after that is the canceling case, right? This will ruin your plan. It will cancel it. It will ruin. Okay. And just, yeah, that's a little bit different because it's a negative one there. So, okay. Let's see. Yeah, oh, here's another positive one. So you can be on the baseball team. Yeah. Hey, of course, no problem. You have to pay for the uniform, pay for the equipment, you have to practice. So, maybe we should make it kind of an agreement. So, let's say that maybe now we can imagine this kind of as a agreement, right? So something you want, well, something I want too. So you want the baseball team. Well, what do I want? Let's say you can be on the baseball team unless your school grades go down. So this means that you want the baseball team. I want your school grades up. So that means, let's just write it out. So no baseball. And we'll say grades go down. That means no baseball. Okay, yeah, let's go really slowly here. Just try to imagine it. So the one thing in this situation that can cancel or ruin your baseball dream or baseball plan is your school grades to go down. So if your test score goes down, you miss the homework, well, that's a cancel your baseball plans. Okay. All right. So yeah, kind of an agreement, kind of like a handshake deal. Same thing this one too. So maybe this can also be kind of an agreement or a deal. So you want Nintendo, I want finish the homework. Okay, so yeah, it's really, you really have to just go slowly, make your own examples. Let's do one more. Let's go to karaoke. Okay? Hey, this is this is my idea. Sing karaoke, have fun. Well, or we could change that, or we can cancel that, or, don't do that unless you have a better idea. Okay, so it's kind of, this is my suggestion. Right? Karaoke, anybody? Anybody want that? But this could be, you have another idea, a better idea. So we'll say this, no karaoke. If you have a better idea. All right. Yep. So it's kind of, again, notice how the unless is the unless is attached or comes before the canceling case, the canceling case. That's what it's called. So now that's a lot of examples there, but I recommend, slowly go through them. Make sure you try to understand them. Unless is not, it's hard to understand. It's difficult to quickly understand because, it's conditional. Means if A, then next B. It's also, I think it's also imagined. You have to imagine the situation. So, so it's really, it's hard to really think about. Now, the other thing about the usage, let's go back, is that the unless can also go in the front. So let's move that. Let's say, unless it rains, comma, I will have a hanami picnic. Okay, so the unless can also go first. Why? Why do we do that? Maybe I want to communicate my worry. I want to communicate my number one worry about the picnic or party. It's like, unless it rains. So I'm thinking about the rain first. I want to tell you that first. I will have the party. Let's say this one makes sense. So, okay, unless you are allergic. You might say that first, very slowly, to maybe some young children or in a classroom or young people, because it's very important. Unless you are allergic. Okay, so that's important to know first. Unless you are allergic, you can eat a cookie, right? Because, imagine that the other way. So if there's a child, you show the cookie. You can eat a cookie. Oh, great. Well, hold on. Unless you are allergic, right? So that's second part. Maybe they're not listening, or they're like, I don't care. I don't care that part. Give me the cookie. Okay, then I'll say it this way. Unless you are allergic, you can eat. Okay, so same thing here. I might put this first. If a mother or father is, you must understand this first. Unless you didn't finish your homework, right? So think about that to the child, to the student. Do you have, did you finish your homework? So unless you didn't finish, you can play. Okay, so it's about messaging. Yeah, so it's also tricky. That's 3 examples there too. It's about messaging. What kind of emphasis to the listener. So it's complicated. It's there's different ways to say it, and there's different ways to make examples. Okay, but that's style number 1. That's the canceling case, where whatever is the typical or normal case, you say, I will have a party unless blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now let's do let's do style number 2. This one I call the key. The key, that's my name for it. And because in this one, the normal or original or first situation is I'm going to say is negative. Okay, what do I mean? Let's say you cannot use my computer. Okay, so the normal system, the normal situation is you cannot use my computer. Let's say it's, I don't know, whoever. It's roommates or something. So you cannot use my computer. That's a normal situation. Well, okay, there is one way. There's one key to open this door, unless you ask me first. Okay, so that's the rule system. So no, my computer's mine. You cannot use it. Well, okay, there's one case. You can, if you ask me, then you can. Right? So this means, let's say you can use it. All right, but first ask me. Okay, so that's kind of the that's how you can get this result of to open the door. Right? You can use it, but basically the rule is you cannot use it unless blah blah blah. That's kind of a rule. Why is this being so? Okay, let's just do more. You cannot come to my party, my birthday party. Okay, wow, that's not so nice. You cannot come. Well, okay, maybe you can. What's the ticket? What's the key to come in? If I see you from the window, you're coming to my house, and I see something you have. Well, okay, you can come. You can come in. Unless you have a present for me. Okay, so imagine that child or that person saying, "No, you are no. The door is closed, but there is a key to open it. You have to have a present for me." Okay, so you can come, but first. Present. Okay. All right. Again, notice that the normal original message or idea is no, you cannot come. But then unless is attached, before the next part. That is the opening effect, or the key that opens the door. How about you will not get into university? Okay, so yeah, my view, I'm 100% confident, 100% I think so. You will not get into university. Well, what is the key? What is the way? The number one way, if you want to go, unless you study very hard. All right. So that's good. Good grades is the key to get into university. Same thing here. Yeah, you can go if you study. Okay. So again, notice how all of the original or the original or typical case is cannot. You will not. Something is negative, but the unless part, the key in this so far they're all positive. You ask me, you have, you study. Okay. Let's see, let's just do more. I'm afraid you cannot dine here. Okay, so I'm afraid you cannot dine here. That's kind of professional English at a restaurant. To dine means to have dinner. I'm afraid you cannot dine here. So the door is closed. Literally, you cannot eat here. Our restaurant is closed. Unless the key to get in, you have a reservation. Okay, so that means you cannot just walk in. You cannot eat here unless you make a reservation. You have a reservation. All right. How about oh, this is a good one. So you cannot live in Japan, right? Yeah, it's part of the rule systems of every country. Yeah, you can't live in Japan or only Japanese people. Well, okay, you can, but there is a special way unless you have a visa. So literally, the visa is a key to go in and stay in a country that's not your nationality. You're not a citizen, so you can't stay unless you have a visa. We'll say a passport and a visa. Okay, so we'll do it again. So we'll say, yeah, oh yeah, you can live here. Sure, of course. Well, how? Well, there's a one way, the visa. Then you can live here. Okay, so that is my way to teach the word unless. And yeah, again, it's hard. Let's go back, flip them around. So all of these two can be switched. So put this here. So maybe saying to a child again, you want to say that the method to open the door, unless you ask me first, right? Understand that first of all. Unless you ask me first, you cannot use my computer. Okay, so same thing. Same thing here too. All of these, yeah, maybe that does sound kind of childish. To a child, you want them to understand first. I want. Ask me first. That's what I want. Then you can use the computer. So unless you ask me first, you cannot use the computer. So again, this is the normal. There's a normal system. No computer for you. Well, unless you ask me, then you can. Then the door is open. So same thing here. Let's do this one. Yeah, you want to emphasize the way to open the door to a situation that might be closed to you. So unless you study very hard, so I'm making a speech to students or to many people, unless you study very hard, you will not get into university. Yeah, geez. All right. Well, okay, so what is it? I would understand first. Study, you can go. And let's actually talk about that. Let's squeeze this in at the end. I don't want to be too confusing, but it's true. It's about the same meaning. If you study hard, you will get into university. So that is the same meaning. All right. So now, yeah, what is the difference? Why do we have both? This is kind of a messaging question, or what do you want to communicate to your listener? this one's very motivating. If you study hard, you will go. So it's very positive, saying, first study, then after go or get into. Yeah, no problem. This one is it's kind of communicating the I don't know. It has the you will not get into university as the typical or original situation. So maybe these are kind of struggling students, maybe that struggling listener here, and this one's more of maybe these are more good students. So it depends on the message you want to communicate. So maybe these are struggling students. I don't want to go, but this is a more strict version. Maybe this is a more motivating version. It depends. So yeah, but don't worry about that. That's much, much later. Just worry about these two styles. The canceling case and the key, and also practice switching them around back and forth. Okay, so I recommend, start with just the typical situation, the original. Make normal. Make ones, I will go to school tomorrow, or I will, meet my friend for lunch, or let's say I will move to New York. Okay, so now think about, so if these are the typical original situations, see what can cancel it. So unless it snows, I will go to school. So there you go, we put that first. So that's the canceling case. I'll meet my friend for lunch. Unless, unless I have too much work. Okay, so, the plan is lunch, but this one chance, it could be this chance that I have too much work. I have to cancel. I'll move to New York. Let's put this first. Unless I find a good job, in, we'll say, California, I'll move to New York. So let's say this option, I guess my main option is go to New York, but another option, another case, which could cancel that, is California. Okay, so that's how you practice it. Just make some original instances, go to school, lunch, New York, and think about what can cancel them and put them both in the front or before. And of course, do the same thing for the key style. All right, so this is a long one, but we did it. We made it. That's a tough one. If you like, leave some examples in the comments and I'll help you out below. And I'll see you in the next video.